that's been on my mind since Monday to inquire into with us here today is I am not good enough for him. That thought, I am not good enough, is just like, our ego just loves it. So I invite you to stillness. I invite you to grab your piece of paper. I invite you to grab something to write on. And when you don't have that, that's also fine. Just making sure that my phone's on silent, just so I don't receive any calls here. That's what my ceiling looks like. And if you don't have writing utensils, that's fine. I invite you to be with us. I invite you to be breathed. I invite you to stillness. I'm not good enough for him. The situation that I'm working out of is a situation where we're talking and we're in a restaurant. And this is a conversation from a couple years ago. We're in my office space and I'm explaining something to him. And the only thing that comes up is accusation, criticism, and blame, and gaslighting. And there's the thought, I am not good enough for him. The first question in the self-inquiry by the Work of Byron Katie is it true? And our answer for question 1 is either a yes or a no. So, I am not good enough for him. Is it true? So we get still. I invite you to close your eyes and I invite you to witness what is going on. What do you witness? And then gently bring yourself back to the question, I am not good enough for him, or in your case it could be a her. Is it true? So I'm gonna look and listen. I am not good enough for him. Is it true? I have a yes. And when you have a no, then I invite you to honor it. And then we go on to question 2. Can you absolutely know it's true? I am not good enough for him. I'm getting still and I'm listening and I'm noticing a no. And question 3 is, how do you react? What happens when you believe the thought, I am not good enough for him or her? I see me beside myself. I feel panic released everywhere in my body. I am not good enough for him. I feel a lot of pain. It's in my solar plexus. It's weight on my shoulders. It's a tummy ache. I have these fearful images of the future. It's like this blame, criticism, gaslighting will just keep going on, keep going on, keep going on. It's like eternity is created and it's my fault. I see these images of me trying to readjust, trying to become better. I hear this argument in myself. What is he talking about? Where does this come from? How could this be? This is also confused. I feel like a failure. I feel like I'm suffocating. I feel like I'm drowning. I have the thought, I can't go on. And simultaneously, I'm noticing this, I have to prove myself to him. I'm noticing I have to prove myself to him. And so I try harder. I listen with more intent. Things spiral a little bit more out of control. He can't repeat what he said before, and I no longer remember it clearly. I ask him to repeat it. He can't repeat it. He says something else. I go off on that tangent with him. I feel responsible. I feel guilty. I am not good enough for him. I am not good enough for him. I feel this like a moth to a flame, or like a burning desire, or like a magnet somehow. When I have this thought, there's this weight of stuckness. It's like a mantra. I know I'm good enough for him. I can prove this to him. And who would you be let's go on to question 4. Who would you be? Who am I in that moment in my office without the thought? I am not good enough for him. So without the thought, I am not good enough for him, I can witness me there. I can witness me relax, and I feel me relax right now. There is not an intent to change something. I'm able to listen to what he's saying objectively. I'm able to stay right present, connected with me. And my mind doesn't, it notices his tangents, and I don't travel on the tangents with him. I don't receive them personally. Without this thought, I am not good enough for him, there's a sense of relief. This stuckness that I experienced before falls away. It shifted. I'm not good enough for him. I'm noticing a bubbly newness within me. It's like I can feel something other than pain and confusion. I'm able to see how fervent and how stuck he is in what he's telling me. Becoming more desperate and more desperate and more desperate. I can feel connected to him. And I'm not taking on his responsibility. I'm staying connected in my business. Let's turn that around. Let's turn around to the self first. And with the turnarounds, we're not trying to argue with ourselves. We're not looking for proof. We're witnessing. We're witnessing how can this also be true in that situation. I am not good enough for myself. And with the turnarounds, we consider whether equally true or truer. I'm noticing that this is equally true and truer. I am not good enough for myself. Because in that situation, I am constantly trying to fit myself into the stories that he tells about me. I am not good enough for myself because in that moment I discredit the physical pain that I'm experiencing on hand for bettering the situation. good enough for myself. Excuse me. Because I have him up on a pedestal. I have him up on a pedestal. I have him up on a pedestal. And I am off the pedestal. I'm below it. So those are 3 concrete, specific examples how the turnaround, I am not good enough for myself, is also true for me in that situation. For the next turnaround, I am not good enough. He is not good enough for me. I'm not good enough for him. I am good enough for him. How can this be true? What are 3 concrete, specific examples how this can also be true? Well, 1 is I'm human. 2 is I'm alive. And 3, that's all there is to it. It's the same as him. And then I'm looking for the 3rd turnaround, the 3rd opposite to I am not good enough for him. He is not good enough for me. Now, how can this also be true? Now, I'm noticing some resistance in me to put myself on a pedestal. And for the sake of this exercise, we're going to go there. Okay. So he is not good enough for me. Because he takes on less responsibility for our situation than I do. Or not. He is not good enough for me. Because 95% what comes out of his mouth is a blame, a criticism, something to beat me up with, gaslighting, or some weird argument that doesn't make any sense, or provide some type of proof for a reality that doesn't exist. So he's not good enough for me because we're communicating on 2 completely different levels. He's not good enough for me because all that blame and mental chaos, I'm not blaming him for him. I'm not blaming him for it. I'm experiencing it right here. And he's communicating in ways that I don't communicate in. Excuse me, I'm getting tired, I just noticed. He is not good enough for me. Because I thrive with honesty. Being honest to myself, being honest to my heart, being honest to my integrity and my intuition. And I'm noticing that there's something else going on with him. He's not good enough for me. I'm noticing my mind is going to the next turnaround. This is considered like the Yahoo turnaround. So I am not good enough for him. Yahoo. Like, how fantastic. It's like, oh my goodness. Had I been able to see how delightful this is, then our relationship would have had a completely different trajectory. I am not good enough for him. Because whoever he has in his mind's eye, whoever he's comparing me to, and whatever he is blaming me for, that's not me. And I will never, never, never be able to be that person. Ever. So, I'm not good enough for him. Yahoo. What am I doing? What's holding me there? Other than this desire of trying to prove to him that I'm good enough. So like, I am not good enough for him. I can't take care of his blame, and I can't make him happy. I can't care for him. And I can't share love with him that he doesn't feel inside of him. I am not good enough for him. It's like, there's someone here who can love me. It's right here. And there's other people out there who can love me and see me and experience me as complete. And that's not his job. So I am not good enough for him. I am not good enough for him, Yahoo. Because it is not my responsibility to live up to his standards. It is not my responsibility to prove to him or to me how he is either wrong or right in his blames, criticisms, accusations, gaslighting, and all those other things. Not my job. Just noticing this, like, delight in throwing in the towel, not my job. With everything I can give it, I did. Couldn't do it, not my job. Not coming from me. Never has and never will. And that goes for all of us. Okay, I'm going to sit with that one for a while longer. Wishing you a lovely rest of your day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I'd love to hear your insights and realizations with this, or if you have another thought you would like to have inquired into, then let's do it together. Loving you and in adoration to you and you on your journey. Your Tammy.